So I just ate 2 burgers and I can feel a raging storm of diarrhea brewing in my stomach. So I really want to get this video out real quick before it all lets loose. So what I want to talk about is HSR's Endgame, right? And by no means will I defend it. HSR's power creep and its HP inflation is easily the worst of any gachas I play. However, today I mostly want to address the comparisons some people make with HSR's Endgame to like open world games, right? Genshin, WoWa, that stuff. My problem when comparing this stuff is that the cycle system in HSR is not the same as open world games, right? Open world games usually have it time based. HSR has it cycle based. The reason why this matters is because zero cycles are very easily possible for people who put in the relic investment and actually learn how to play the game. Now, why does this matter? A zero cycle in HSR, with you needing the average of 5 cycles to clear, is like the equivalent of beating the hazard tower in WoWa in like 25 to 30 seconds, which is impossible for nearly the entirety of the player base. That is world record levels of clear time in WoWa, right? And this isn't to say, once again, that HSR's endgame is more friendly than WoWa's. It is to say that, once again, these systems are not comparable. Because you will sometimes get a favorable enemy matchup, sometimes in HSR, and seal the first DPS ever released in this game will be able to zero cycle the newest bosses 2 years later. Like, do you guys understand how insane that is? That is, imagine Gion, right? Not 1 year later, because even 1 year later, Gion's current fastest clear is probably the fastest he'll ever get, right? He has the Arrow Hazard Tower currently buffing him, and he just got Chikona, right? Gion, his fastest clear, I believe, is in like the 46 seconds like margin, right? Like around there, 46 seconds. And it's only a year later into WoWa, right? By no means do you need to clear this fast. But the point is, you don't need a zero cycle in HSR to clear the end game either, right? And that these systems are not comparable. Seal 2 years later can get fucking low cost zero cycles on the newest bosses. It's absolutely disgusting what a veteran player who actually knows what they're doing can accomplish if they simply try hard enough, right? And then you also have the fact that this one is more so Hoyo versus Kuro or other games, and not just HSR versus like open world games, being that you can save time in this game for your second team. In WoWa's Hazard Tower, you cannot save time, right? In HSR, you can zero cycle with one team, and this allows you to take an entire 10 cycles if you want to with a second one, which is extremely underrated in my opinion. I want to use Acheron as an example here. My Acheron at E1S1, yes, Acheron was at E1S1, not E0, but Acheron's E1 is utter dog shit. It is literally just a crit rate buff. That's all it is, right? So E1S1 Acheron, none of her supports, no Zhao Q, right? How long did she last me? Over a year, consistently clearing all endgame for me, clearing Pure Fiction, clearing APOC, and clearing MOC at 3 to 4 cycles, right? That is pretty solid, right? Like, you gotta keep in mind, even still to this day, Acheron is still there. Look at Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan, someone from version 1. He is triple tier 1 in all endgames. He can clear all endgames in this game, right? And this is my point. The cycle system in HSR really just is not comparable to open world games. Because if you really want to get, down and dirty, I've seen a lot of CC's videos constantly shitting on HSR's endgame, shitting on, oh my god, I can clear in WUWA, but it feels so hard to clear in HSR. The standard for HSR to people is for some reason higher than these other open world games. And these other open world games, you complain about power creep and it's met with, oh, but this older character can still clear. Okay. Did you know that HSR's characters can also clear? Right? You give HSR characters 3 to 4 cost, even all of the version 1 DPSs are clearing the endgame. So why do people complain about HSR's power creep constantly? HP inflation, it's impossible to clear, so greedy. Yet, if you were to translate the exact same thing to Wuthering Waves, it's, oh, but this unit can still clear after all this time. Don't fall for the FOMO. Don't fall for the bait. This game is so generous because look at how slow the HP inflation is. My older character can still clear, right? I think it's unfair. I truly think it's unfair. Sorry if this comes off ranty. I've seen this comparison over and over again. Yeah, you know what? You want to be fair? Let's compare 0 cycles. Let's compare 0 cycles, right? Is your Gion clearing Hazard Tower in 25 to 30 seconds? I don't fucking think so. His ass is not clearing that shit, even with Chacona, unless he gets into, like, sequence investment and shit. So by no means is this video supposed to be a dig towards WUWA. It's meant to be a dig towards the people who constantly compare these two systems when they simply are not equivalent. And despite people saying, I've seen this a lot by the big CCs who no longer play HSR, that this game doesn't have a ceiling for characters, it 100% does. You give a big CC who barely plays HSR yet loves talking about it the exact same account and characters as a veteran player who knows what they're doing. They know how to manipulate AV. They know how to play correctly, right? Do that, and you'll instantly see a massive fucking difference in terms of clearing content, right? Like, for example, Saint talked so much shit on HSR. He came to HSR. He did a run with Blade. Did absolutely fucking terrible. Put it on auto, and the auto cleared better with Blade than he did manually, right? Like, this goes to show this game does have like a skill ceiling. It actually does. It has a lot more than I originally realized. When I was first getting into the game, I used to be one of these people. HSR's easy. HSR takes no fucking skill, right? But the further and further I got into the game, the more and more I actually learned all these mechanics there are in HSR, the relic manipulation that can be going on behind it, right? Getting the right speed tuning just to get enough actions with DDD, eagle sets. It's really, really fucking impressive, right? Like, it really is. That's just my opinion though, right? So, just a quick video I wanted to make. I think the cycle system, comparing HSR cycle system to open world games, is retarded. And I think that there is a lot of doom for HSR's, older characters so-called not being able to clear when they very, very can, right? Now, I will give you guys this leeway. The 4-star situation in this game is absolutely fucking abysmal. Way worse than WUWA's, right? Although, when WUWA does get a 4-star, it's always dog shit. When HSR gets a 4-star, it's always pretty solid. But still, we're probably gonna go over a year with oh my god, I need to go to the bathroom. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.